remember the smile on her face. Her cheeks were so full of color, so alive. Damn, she had so much life in her. Now it's like nothing's left. Drained from it all. The pain, the fighting, the losing. Sitting by her side, it's so much harder than I thought. Because her hand is always in mine. Soft hums residing past pale open lips. I'm just left doing the same thing I do every time. Looking at the dozens of pictures plastered across the room, in some sort of attempt to hide the evidence that she's resting on her deathbed. In a shitty hospital room. A fucking hospital room. So many pictures to keep her going. Pictures from her childhood. The nostalgic memories to remind her of her adventures. To winding roads in the middle of nowhere. To empty fields and the lake shores. Nature was her calm. The reminder that life is beautiful. Looking at those pictures makes me want to cringe. Makes me want to break down into choking sobs. Because God, how ironic. Surrounded by a false quiescence that nature was her last piece. Her last piece to prove that through the suffering, life is still this beautiful place. And maybe that's what keeps her going. However, the only thing I can ask is for her solace. No more pain from the chemo. No more pain from the endless tests. Just peace. Because one day I hope to fulfill the promise I made to her in the very beginning. The promise of joining her in her next adventure, where she isn't riddled by cancer, so she can teach me in her own experience wisdom that life is always going to have a purpose. Past birth and death, past pain and struggle. You can find so many answers when the wind is the only aid, the only remedy. Because that's what life is.